I didn't make it very far.
You know, we could probably put that on our... We got a toboggan we're pulling.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking to camp at the top anyway, because it's gonna get dark in about less than an hour.
Yeah, it'll be dark in, what is it, about 4 o'clock? Yeah, you're looking at about an hour, maybe at the most, an hour, 20 minutes.
Nice, well, I'll probably see you tomorrow.
You probably will. You probably will. We'll have a good one.
You too.
So, biking the Great Divide in winter didn't turn out as I planned, and I had to get off the dirt roads. But ever since I visited my first national park in America, I was amazed and inspired. Then there was Glacier, Yellowstone, and Grand Teton. But what if, instead of going straight to Mexico, I head west? Visit all those parks on the way and figure out what makes them so special.
Snowstorm. Yep.
The bike needed some repairs, and I met up with Chris, who built my wheels back in March. And what got you into the whole bike repair, wheel building?
Started off not being able to afford to fix stuff on my own, or pay somebody to fix stuff for me, so I had to learn how to do it on my own. And for some reason always was really interested in wheels, hubs, just the stuff that lets the bike roll for some reason.
So it's 6:30 a.m. and the Whitehorse is still being repaired. I'm gonna take out a Borealis fat bike for a ride, which would be awesome. From Colorado Springs, I am headed west, towards Gunnison and the Black Canyon National Park. Initially, I was sad that there won't be much challenge, but it was still winter. It was cold, and the days were short. And who said there won't be any mountains in the way?
Laugh about a day I left my home, and laughing I had ran out the door. The sun was running in the blue sky, and I had tried to follow the path of life that led me to the sea as calm as ice. The comfort of his peace filled up my mind. The sunset persuaded my senses to rest, and I fell asleep thinking about the past that the others will give up to roll, and the Arkel will give up to roll.
1,312 feet.
Lying by the fire, admiring the shimmering expanse of yellow dots. Planets above will I'm entertained. My imagination outlined shapes. Moons in the skin over the hill, while the fireflies low way up.
It's so funny seeing the looks on the faces of people when I ask them about the payphone. I kind of feel like a caveman. So on the quest to find the payphone in Gunnison. Ta-da! Payphone!
Where do you want to go?
Very beautiful road overlooking the Black Canyon of Gunnison.
Big enough to be overwhelming, still intimate enough to feel the pulse of time. Black Canyon of the Gunnison has some of the steepest cliffs, oldest rock, and craggiest spires in North America. With 2 million years to work, the Gunnison River has sculpted this vertical wilderness of rock, water, and sky. The steep walls make you dizzy, the fresh snow gives everything more texture, and the endless clouds leave you feeling lost. After the canyon, I made it to Montrose just in time for the Christmas parade.
3 days later, rose up from the grave. Some call it fate, some call it luck, some call it strange coincidence. Heaven knows we can't explain. Things just don't make sense. Impossible, impossibly good.
It's really nice. Well, I'm Tony.
I'm Amanda. We met Johan the other day, invited him up to our place for lunch.
Now we're just looking at our house and what we did here. We bought 35 acres thinking that we wanted to have canyons, and there's a canyon there and one over there. We thought we'd build a house that we could incorporate a lot of our own values into the house. So we started out with some hot water heat. Those are solar hot water panels. That heats our floor, and then we've got 2 more that heat our hot water for our showers. And we built these beds so that we could grow raspberries, peaches, apricots, apples, and to give them water, we catch water off the roof into a tank. You can see the tube coming down into our tank here, and we've got two of them. This was 450 gallons and one that's 1,000 gallons. All this rock came out of the excavation when we dug down to build our house. We've got grapes. We haven't gotten a whole lot off of them, but we're growing them. We used roster block, which is recycled styrofoam and concrete. It comes like Lego blocks, 7 feet long, 15 inches tall and 12 inches wide, with 6-inch cylinders every 15 inches, vertically and horizontally. You put rebar and concrete in to make a lattice of concrete instead of a sheet of concrete. South-facing view so that we can capture heat from the sun during the winter. All the sun comes in, heats up our floor. We have drapes that close at night and hold the heat in. Also wanted to create our own electricity. We looked at our bills for a whole year, and we use about 8.3 kilowatts of power in a year. And we designed the system so that we create that much electricity through solar.
Whoa. Hey, don't eat my jacket.
Tony rode my bike out of town until he got 5 flats in one, and then he lost his riding privileges. For the rest of the day I had to deal with goat heads, bumping up the flats to 8 in a day, and getting pulled over by the cops to check if I'm okay.
And looks like the winner this time is a piece of glass that got into the tire.
Luckily, I found a solution to the goat heads. From Grand Junction, I will take the backroads through John Brown Canyon and the LaSalle Mountains to Moab.
I don't mean to drag you down. I'm just trying to figure out what this life's about. All the words I ever wrote are to try and lose these worries and to find a little hope. But the wind will tuck me in as the crickets sing their hymns, and the trees will be my shelter. See the moon shine through their limbs. There were things I once adored, but nothing moves me anymore. Now the top of this here mountain feels just like the ocean floor.
Running from familiar fear, screaming so loud that I'm hurting my own ear. Kings and fools will take their turn. Love is one big fire, and you know everyone must burn.
But the wind will tuck me in as the crickets sing their hymns, and the trees will be my shelter. See the moon shine through their limbs. There were things I once adored, but nothing moves me anymore. Now the top of this here mountain feels just like the ocean.
Getting to the Canyonlands was like a walk in the park. Not that it was easy, there was just a lot of walking. I went up through Long Canyon and visited my first arch, and an old crater shaped by decades of erosion. The Canyonlands were expansive, vast and immense. As far as the eye can see, canyons of varying sizes and shapes littered the landscape. The sun rose through the LaSalle Mountains, and the White Rim Trail seemed more inviting than ever. But that will have to wait for another time.
So it's 5 a.m. and I'm headed to Moab to Arches National Park. It's a good time to check it out in the winter. It's not too hot, it's not too busy, and there's green lights, so that's good.
To get around Arches, it will take at least 2 days, and if I wanted to do some hiking, even more. I decided to sneak into the park for the sunrise, lock my bike, and then hitchhike. This wonderland has many colors and shapes, most of which are formed by centuries of erosion and weathering. Varying in size and shape, arches are the most distinct symbol of this park, but the entire landscape is different and worth admiring and preserving. While enjoying the sunset at Delicate Arch, 2 college students from Nashville offered me a ride back to my bike. Once we got there, we figured we better bring the bike in town.
See ya! And the bike's heavier than ever. I have an extra 15 liters of water. I bought a pair of snowshoes for a trip in the Grand Canyon.
Ta-da! Lockhart Basin Road. Welcome to my life.
It's been 2 long years since I've seen your face. Thinking about leaving this place for better times and better company. But it's all the same wherever you go. My friends will say I told you so. Stop trying to live out someone else's dream.
Doesn't really look like a road.
It's harder than it seems. Sometimes all the way things go, you never can tell just how I'll change my mind.
I have no idea how somebody can drive this. Up next, hopefully Monument Valley in a couple of days. Yeah. Right here? Oh, maybe I should turn around too. Go back to Alaska.
Yeah, go ahead back that way. Yeah.
So now I'm gonna pack my backpack, leave the bike, and head to the Grand Canyon to do that snowshoe hike from rim to rim.
So you're gonna... Do you want me to leave your bike in Canada somewhere?
Yeah, I'll see when I get there. When we get there.
Yeah, because I can have my ex-girlfriend's sister watch it for you.
My new friend showed me around Monument Valley, tried to teach me how to tame a horse, and drove me to Kayenta, where I left my bike. From there, I hitchhiked to the north side of the Grand Canyon, where I will hike 70-something miles across the closed access road and the canyon itself.
So I've only done about 5 miles today. It's really exhausting walking with this huge backpack. But I think it's also kind of fun. Nice sunset, and I'm gonna pitch camp right here.
It felt a little bit mainstream to be visiting the Grand Canyon, but Christmas was a good time. I'm not gonna state the obvious and say how big it is. For me, reaching the North Rim was the end of a 3-day walk on the highway along the Kaibab Plateau, with nothing else to look at but trees and clouds. I got to experience millions of years of geology firsthand by taking frequent breaks and sitting on the rocks while hiking. Enjoyed my warmest day of camping since I left Alaska 4 months ago, and spent Christmas at the Indian Garden campground. I got a ride with a friend from Texas all the way to Flagstaff, and then I started hitchhiking north. A mother and a daughter from Philadelphia picked me up and asked if I want to join them sightseeing for the day. Well, why not? It was the end of December. The temperature drops to 20 below at night and still below freezing during the day. I made my way out of Monument Valley and into the Valley of the Gods.
So it's the new year, 2015, and this is what I get. A foot of snow. Oh boy, it's everywhere.
It's been cold for days. You've been sitting around for weeks, waiting for the money to fall into your hands. And when it's cold outside, oh, how these boys will ride on through this prairie town. You see,
So fortunately, my rear tire is frozen solid right here. So I can't even move the bike either way.
no.
bike, dude. Happy New Year.
When the boys get off
Yay.
the
Happy New Year.
ice, you'll know it's Saturday.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's
That's M&M's and almonds.
And there's no use in complaining. The sun came up to give us a brand new day, and nobody's listening.
So after visiting Capitol Reef, I found out that there is a very nice back way I can take. Sunset, beautiful. The moon is over there. This hill that I had to walk up right here. And the other good news is that after today it's gonna get much warmer, which would be great. But tonight it's gonna be cold. And I should find a place to camp soon because the temperature is really dropping. Like my fingers are already frozen, and yeah.
The only way to get into the water pocket fold in Capitol Reef was to follow a dirt road. A dirt road which may or may not be snowed in. After making it through a little powder and the switchbacks and a 4-mile rough road, I made it to the most amazing view and the most amazing sunrise. The fold is a 100-mile wrinkle in the earth, resembling a reef or even shark teeth.
There is a grocery store in the next town, Escalante. So this is Utah's Highway 12. Whoa! So I'm gonna be badass and go watch the sunrise at Sunset Point. Oh yeah. Anarchy in Bryce Canyon.
Now, I've been riding out here for about 9 years now, and during the summertime and the spring and the fall, I get a chance to ride 5 or 6 days a week because the weather's so nice. In fact, it almost gets too hot, but it's so much fun because getting out of the house and away from everything that's indoors makes a big difference in my life, and I know it does for other people, but for me specifically, it means a lot because I can relieve a lot of the stress and the anxiety. Most of the time, being handicapped, people see you for what you can't do.
Yep.
And if you honk or wave to me on the road, you're almost saying, hey, I see you doing what you can do, and that means a great deal.
That's a camera. Oh. Good morning. How are you?
When the table broke,
There's goats on the road.
Wrestle
Hey,
a
beauties.
piece of my heart. Shuffle with splitters of wood.
Here, I'm going this way.
Everything's
I'll
so
need to run away.
confused, and the moon turned to
Bye-bye.
dark blue sky at noon. Trying to separate the useless from what's
So it looks like
available.
here, the deer are not really bothered by my presence, right, buddy?
Question catches me off guard. Where could I put a little part? And the moon turned to dark blue sky at noon. Holding it in my hand. We
So
touch just
somebody told
like
me
good friends.
going up is 2 hours, going down is 30 seconds if you jump, but I'm gonna take the long way around.
Kindly made us take our own roads, and the moon turned to dark blue sky at noon. And now I'm leaving without.
Once I made it to St. George, Utah, I got a call to return back to Canada and become a Canadian citizen. I figured I better hitchhike back.
J'vais à la cabine, j'colle ma chum Kim. J'ai dit viens faire un tour chez nous. On va se taper des films de King. On va fumer et devenir fou. On va pouvoir dire tout
So I took the I-80 all the way to Detroit and then bussed back to Ontario.
acheter de la vodka.
After getting my passport, I also put together a short video for the Blackburn Ranger 2015 program, which may be my second chance at returning to the Great Divide mountain bike route.
Gently squeeze. Gentle.
Hold your breath, hold your breath.
Boy, that was close.
That was real close.
Yeah, it was.
Okay,
Nice.
look at that smile. Woo!
Cool. Yeah, that was good.
That's what us rednecks do on the weekend.
Nice meeting you. Thank you.
Take care.
I'm finally on the road. My two friends back there, they said that they're not gonna shoot for a while, so I can make it clear across the hill over there. You can probably go and check out the target that they were hitting.
Run down and run over. I watch the car's wheels as they cover up the last of the green pastures. Still water we lost somewhere. Truth you were looking for is still hiding under a miracle. Till you fall, you never
One of the
know
things I
what
love about Utah
you've been
is
standing on.
there's so much land.
Oh, mental
There's so
health,
much
where
free
have
land,
you
so much
been
public land
hiding?
that, you know, you don't have to worry about where I'm gonna get tonight. Am I gonna have a place to stay? You know, you just stop beside the road and there you go. It's your 5-star campsite.
Blue lines, white lines, sunlight bleeding out from the corner where you drew it. Sunlight waits in a world we knew.
The Hoover Dam was impressive. I've never seen so much concrete in my entire life. But even more so was the $300 million bridge right above it. But if you're gonna spend $300 million on a road, why not make wider shoulder?
Look at all the beautiful colors.
So why have you chosen a bicycle as a mode of transportation and a mode of lifestyle?
Oh, yeah. The basic premise behind it's an experiment in minimalist living to see what's really necessary in life. I believe in freedom of movement is a very essential human need, and the bicycle gives you the most you can get without an engine.
That's all right now, Mama. Anyway you do.
Nice.
When did you leave Alaska?
In August.
So where did you spend the winter, most of the winter?
In the Rockies.
Good God.
Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, and Utah.
That's tough. That's tough.
Oh, have a good one.
You too, man. You're my hero.
See ya. Hey, Rebecca, do you know when the fountains come on? Okay, thank you. Today was the first warm day, so I could wear my shorts, and looks like it's gonna be the first rain in a while that I'll get. So I better find a place to camp.
I was looking for a room to rest my bones, dreaming to meet someone who could feel my soul. I saw a cowboy come in with his black horse, hold my hand and say, I am the Lord. I was tired and sun was hot. I left him with his horse and I walked on. In loneliness you'll always find your road. If you're lost you better walk alone. Now the day's almost gone, I still haven't found a place to go. I drank the last drop of mortar store, seated on a red stone by the road. When I lit up
Yesterday,
a cigarette,
I wrote the review for the rock and the panniers, and just today, look at that, the rock broke. Ta-da! You know what they say, if you can't fix it with zip ties and duct tape, you can't fix it. So, there we go.
If you're lost, you better walk alone.
The plan for Death Valley is to go off-road, follow those old mining roads across the mountains, and carry as much water as I possibly can. I'll be climbing from below sea level to 7,000 feet passes and meeting all those crazy people who drive cars.
How far are you guys going?
Of a big saloon called The Last Stop. I had a drink, I kissed a girl, and I sang with a man and his son. A dragon fire before I could talk. I felt a bullet enter in my lungs.
Hey!
And said me to stay calm. I finally found a place where I could rest.
Say hello. Take
Okay.
a load off.
I can't believe you guys drove up this road.
We can't believe you drove up this road.
This is
You just wants to smell me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I'm Sarah.
I'm Johan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And this is Gavin, and I'm Jason.
Jason, nice to meet you.
Johan. Why don't you kick it with us for a bit, huh? Welcome to Butte Valley. Have you
Butte
been
Valley.
here before?
No, first time.
Yeah, it's really a beautiful place, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's the
That's the Butte. Yeah.
Butte.
Striped Butte, they call it. Look what happens when you're an only child. You run away.
Oh
in
my
Death Valley.
gosh. I
You
can't
need somebody to
believe
take
you.
care of you.
Gavin, where are you going?
Yeah, we see you later. I love you. Bye-bye.
I made it through Mango Pass and Golerwash to the ghost town of Ballarat. Few people now had told me about the Saline Valley hot springs, so I headed that way.
Seriously guys, you need to be smarter than this. Good, stay behind. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Plenty of water.
yeah. You guys do towing out here?
Yep.
Whoa.
When you head for the hot springs,
Yeah,
you still got a long ways to go. You know that.
yep, yep.
You're all set. I don't want to leave you here to die.
Oh yeah.
Good luck, buddy.
Awesome. Have a good one.
Then the road got bad, really bad. Between the ruts and sand and rocks, progress was slow. I broke yet another bolt on the rear rack, and while wondering if I should skip the hot springs, a truck pulled over.
I was just off the pavement this morning
190, yeah.
and I was like, I'm gonna get a plate because the springs are too close. I don't want to get there too early.
Death Valley Road, yeah.
And then this road, and
It's known cars barely make it.
yeah.
This is one of the most remote valleys you'll find in Death Valley.
Yeah.
There's nothing here. See the little speck? That's the springs.
From the stories I heard, these road conditions are pretty good because they just redid them last year.
Okay.
You know the sun comes too early, and the nights last too long. All
Yep.
I can do is remember. All I can do is move on.
So I reached the pavement and looks like my gear is here. There's the backpack. That's one. And a special care package of Gatorade chips and a beer. I must have climbed like 3,000 meters or 10,000 feet, and I'm finally at the pavement and my gear is here. So I'm just gonna go and go up a ways and find a place to camp.
Another job, another problem. It's just the start of my day. Another night feeling lonely. There's got to be a better way.
So I had this brilliant idea to go into Yosemite over Tioga Pass, a 10,000 foot pass closed in winter. A park employee up here skiing told me that it's impossible and offered me a place to stay when I turned back on the next day.
It's a place we call home. Now, baby, time.
But the morning was cold and the snow was strong enough to support my weight. I just started pushing my bike and then I just kept going.
The snowcat tracks I've been following are gone, so it will get a lot tougher from here on now. Oh, I wish I had a fat bike. This would be so much fun.
At Tuolumne Meadows, things got really bad. It was hopeless. In sections, I had to lift the entire bike with every step, and I still had 30 miles to go. But at the same time, I had this entire place to myself.
The good news is that there is no snow in the distance. Snowing now, but the snow is strong enough so I can bike over it, which is good. And we have about 30 miles or so until the main road. Hey, good, and you?
Good. Just wanted to check in with you. Where are you coming from?
From Death Valley.
Okay, you came across Tioga Road?
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the there were some rangers up at Tuolumne.
And they saw my tracks.
Yeah, they saw your tracks. So they're trying to find you.
Okay.
Mainly to make sure you're okay, but also just because it's a wilderness right now. So were you aware of that, or? Okay. Did they have a sign up there or anything, or?
It was just road closed. That was it.
Road closed with the no bike sign on there.
No, just road
you
closed.
didn't see anything like like that. Okay, that's fine. Do you have a license with you?
A license?
Yeah. Do you have a
like ID?
An ID or a
yeah.
license?
So the Rangers are back again, and he's following me. Let's see what he has to say. He just waved. What kind of a person finds someone $125 and then just waves at them? That's kind of funny. Whoa, whoa.
Wow, this is incredible. Oh man, you threw the snow on this.
Oh yeah.
Holy smokes.
Down in the valley, I met few people from San Francisco. They showed me where the campground was, and Dave volunteered to ride my bike there. When I came back later, they had left their leftover food. There is no way I can carry this on my bike. I guess I'll have to stay here in Yosemite for a few days and hike.
This large house, empty house, will be filled. This large heart, empty hearts will be filled. Sky, night sky, do you long to be free, empty and cold, like you were made to be? Sunshine, sunshine, you who made me your warmth, it sets me free. This rambling heart, tired heart, you can
Forget it. I'm not gonna even try. I don't want to even try this one. I'm just beat. I'm an old man. Johanna, don't ever get this old. This is an embarrassment. It's the very last hill before we get home.
I made it to San Francisco Bay. The ride was completely different. Traffic lights, highway shoulders, bike paths and bike lanes, and of course, the Golden Gate Bridge. I recall watching a documentary about it a few years back, but don't remember anything from it. So, it's big, red, and windy. From San Francisco, it was all sunshine and tailwind along the west coast.
California looks so good and catalogs for neighborhoods. The two will slide into the sea. Well, that's a life for you and me. We'll go floating around, looking for a wave that's big enough to take us down. Yeah. When she left him, all she left him was alone. Arkansas was pretty nice, just too warm to sleep at night. And going north I wouldn't mind to sleep beneath the Sitka sign, where we can leave without a sound. It's a long time coming and we're a long way down, yeah. When she left him, all she left him was alone.
Those were the first racks ever right there. And that's sort of the progression up until that last one, and then from there I made the Pioneers. You know, originally these racks were designed just for me to go into the backcountry on my suspension bike. Bender in there, holds it right there, and then this U shape keeps the tubing from spreading out, and then we'll just do this. And then it ends up coming over here and going on that. I've always had this, like that was the first thing we started with. Getting ready to make a chainsaw mount for mounting a chainsaw onto the racks, because there's a lot of people that want to do trail maintenance work and they want to take their chainsaw and trail maintenance tools.
I'm like 100% sure somebody's gonna pull me over to talk to me, especially after all this sun I've been getting. So there's the Mexico border, and
yeah, but how did you get here is what I'm saying.
oh, my bicycle is up there.
Okay, you can't be here, bro. You can't even be here past 7 o'clock. And do me a favor, put your hands on the car.
Sorry?
Put your hands on top of the hood.
Okay.
Okay, do you have any documents?
It's up there on my bicycle. Anyway, they checked me out, they searched me, and I'll be following the guy out of here. Oh, okay.